Right now, watch the little man eat the fire. Here he goes, right down the hatch without a scratch. It's good to the last bite.
The king of the pygmies, the hottest man in town, the human volcano. Everybody, let's make some noise for little Poobah. Give it up for the fire-eating pygmy. Let's hear it.
For more than a half-century, Pete Terhune was a prominent, if diminutive, fixture on sideshows and numerous other entertainment venues across America. Little Pete was there whenever front talkers on the World of Wonders gathered the crowds and turned the tip at circuses, carnivals, and fairs.
Right now, so hurry along now.
Boys and girls out here, and you folks, if you'll come right over here in front, I'm going to have the little man perform for you.
You can see he's only got a little voice, so I'm going to ask all the people standing way back there to move up. Because Poobah doesn't like to scream and shout, but he wants you to hear him. So come down over here, he's going to eat fire for you, and we don't want to make him yell. Now Poobah is a pygmy. He stands at 3'7" and 1/4 inches tall, and he just turned 79 years old last week. That's right, he's been in show business a long time.
Perhaps he has entertained you in your own home, because he has appeared on over 200 television shows, and when he was only 9 years of age, his parents took him from Augusta, New Jersey to Hollywood, California, where he became the youngest of the Munchkins in the movie The Wizard of Oz.
Do you remember Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Poobah was an Oompa Loompa.
He learned how to eat fire for the Broadway musical Carnival way back in 1967. It starred Anna Marie Alberghetti and Jerry Orbach.
And he's the only one of the Munchkins still alive and still entertaining. He's not going to sing, he's not going to dance, he's going to do something a lot more dangerous. He's going to show you why his girlfriend says he's the hottest little man in town, because he's going to eat some fire for you. He's going to light up those torches.
Did you know the fire came in flavors? Well, I didn't know it either till he told me. But I'm not sure I believe it. I guess I better take his word for it. I don't want to eat the fire to find out. And what flavors do you have tonight, Poobah? That's the chocolate and vanilla. Wait a minute, you told me that on Friday night you were going to have strawberry and cherry. You ate it all. Well, I can't tell the difference. It all looks alike to me. Are you ready to eat the fire? You know, a lot of people ask the question, if he's a movie star and television celebrity, why is he standing in front of a sideshow eating fire? And that's a good question. Well, because he loves to do it. He has been here for 26 years at the Meadowlands Fair, and also it helps, of course, that he owns this entire big show.
One might question the audacity of claims about Pete's professional accomplishments, but never his dedication to his thousands of admirers, and to Ward Hall and Chris Christ, and his co-workers on the World of Wonders.
But there again, well, Pete's a good businessman. He knows what to do. When he's sitting on the Valley stage, somebody comes up and wants to take the kids and put up there and take a picture, and he says, I usually get $5. And he gets a lot of tips out there.
As a reminder of Pete's business acumen, Hall pointed to a time in the 1960s when Ward and Nate Eagle partnered on the Ringling Brothers sideshow at New York's old Madison Square Garden.
We booked Pete into the show at the Garden. What can we have him do? I said, well, I've got this big, beautiful chrome sword ladder. He'll work in clown makeup and he can walk the swords. And I said, should we have him sell pictures? Nate said, well, yeah, sure, might get something. So I had 1,000 pictures printed. We're going to be there 6 weeks, and I figured to be lucky to get rid of the 1,000 pictures in 6 weeks. So when Nate ordered the signs for the stages, meet our lovable little clown, get his photograph, 10 cents. And after the first matinee performance, Nate came to me and he said, Ward, I think you better take that sword ladder down off of Pete's stage. I said, why? It's a beautiful prop. He said, yes, but it's taking too much time away from him selling pictures. And he said, watch. And I did. Well, We opened on a Thursday, and by Saturday, at the end of the matinee, we were out of pictures. Now, where the hell are you going to go get pictures printed Saturday or Sunday? So I went to the dime store and bought index cards. And everybody in the whole sideshow was standing around signing the card. Pete the Clown, Pete the Clown. So we changed the sign from lovable, meet our lovable little clown, get his photograph, to get his autograph. And so he sold quite a lot of those index cards that said Pete the Clown signed on them, until we could get to a printer and get 5,000 or 10,000 pictures made. And I would guess that each year at the Garden he would sell, oh, I'm going to say between 25 and 35,000 pictures. And he had a system. He could, I don't know how to, he could hand him the picture, collect the money, and all in one motion. And of course he was always smiling, put on a beautiful makeup. And one day Pat Faldo came down, and unusual to see Pat down there in the sideshow, Mr. Faldo, and they got him a chair, and he sat over near the bear cages, which is kind of over in the corner, and he could see Pete right there. And that was on a Saturday, I guess, because we'd opened earlier, and it was an hour and a half of the sideshow. And he watched Pete for that whole hour and a half. And when they blew the whistle and we were done, and I was on Pete's stage gathering up his money, and Mr. Valdo came over, and he said, introduced himself. He said, "You know who I am." Pete didn't, I did. And he said to Pete, "Would you like to be a clown in the circus upstairs?" And Pete said, "No." He said, "Well, I think you are the best clown on this entire circus." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because I watched him for an hour and a half, and he never stopped smiling." He said to Pete, "Why don't you want to be a clown in the circus?" Pete said, "Those clowns don't sell pictures."
Watch Poobah, the hottest man in town, the man that girls say gives hot kisses, and it's good to the last bite.
On the count of 3, I want you to shout his name nice and loud. It's pronounced Poobah. 1, 2, 3, Poobah! I need to hear it a little more from this section. 1, 2, 3, Poobah! Thank you very much.